Fingers get up to certain notes, they can't go any higher, and it just starts like.
Silent.
Yeah, it just gets lower because they're trying to squeeze so hard. They just didn't flex their traps hard enough. That's what it was.
Yeah, they didn't squeeze.
Yeah, squeezing when you sing is really key.
Technique be damned.
Technique be damned. We squeeze
We squeeze. And then we please.
ourselves.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Ow.
That was so loud. What did you just...
Did you headbutt it?
I tried to bite it.
That, like, Parks and Rec episode when Andy sneezes and slams his face on the wall.
Did you hit your head?
No. Oh, yes, technically I did smash my head area into the wall area.
Yeah, he was hanging up his gold record. Oh my God, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
I used to know this girl that would sneeze, and she'd go, she was like silent up at the top, and then she'd go down, slam her head, and then go achoo. So she'd go, achoo!
What the
And she slammed her forehead on the desk in Spanish class one time.
I
It
knew
was
some
fantastic.
people. There were definitely some people in high school that would sneeze and hit their desk. Oh God,
Yeah.
that shit killed me every time.
I'm like, why is this so delayed? I'm like, you're doing the sneezing motion, and you're sneezing when you're fine. Yeah, it's like your motion is just doesn't make sense.
Do what I do and just scream it out.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I do too. All right, boom.
Burning Witches. Burning Witches, The Dark Tower.
What is that? Oh, it's napalm. I don't know. I honestly haven't heard of them, but I like napalm.
That's true.
We love Napalm.
Napalm is some of my favorite bands.
Napalm, you're the greatest.
Napalm.
The greatest Napalm.
Hi, we're Sweet Clarity
Hey,
Napalm.
Yeah. Hi, Napalm.
Hey. This is what we sound like.
All right, let's watch this. Let's watch this.
I don't know anything about these guys. None of us do. So let's find out.
I like witches.
Well, that's terrifying.
Oh, it's creepy. I love it.
Oh my God.
La la la. I feel like I just walked into a horror movie.
It's a giant furry.
Just 1 second, my dear.
Blood.
Only works if it hurts.
Okay.
It's like Slayer.
I was about to say Raining Blood.
Yeah.
It's an all-female band. That's lit.
Oh my God.
Dude, we've got 80s thrash right now. If it double times.
Yeah, of course. It had to.
Boom.
Kind of.
You pull the battle card. Your blood will fall apart. This time you can forget your cruel world. Look. Look her in the tower.
So raw, brother.
Yeah.
Nothing's quantized or nothing.
Bro, I'm in love. She's incredible.
God, is that a Brussels sprout? That's the worst thing I've seen so far.
Bro, I fucking love Brussels.
You were the kiss of death. Now everything is set. Within these bloody walls, you're being found.
Wow, dude, this mix is so fun.
It's interesting. It's old school.
Yeah.
Super. Interesting.
I like how they put the scream underneath that, or the growl. Ooh, that was creepy.
Nice little tripper thing.
Audible BPM change there.
I don't know if it was.
Did not slow down just like that much.
I don't know if it was on purpose.
Good
Dream
job,
Film
Dream
Factory.
Film Factory.
Well done.
Ooh.
Oh, I
That was-
love that. Go
That was
for
the
it.
most 80s thing that I've heard in quite some time. Go ahead, I have lots to say.
I mean, obviously, I just go off on the vocals, but all of them did amazing. I love that 80s feel like you were talking about. I have been looking for some new music that is refreshed like that, and I have found some. I think she's the lead singer. I don't know her name, but she's gorgeous, and she has a similar tone to what Battle Beast singer has. Which I always really enjoy. She's got that really cool rasp in there, and she has insane control over that as she's moving all over the place. The song definitely like you can hear over and over. So I was good. I liked it.
Gosh, let's see. I made a comment about everything being really raw. What I meant by that was the mix was, as everyone said before, super 80s, meaning not very processed. Super raw tones, and none of the drums were edited, meaning, and you can really tell because things aren't perfectly on time, and like if a drummer hits a kick and a snare at the same time and they're not perfectly on time and they flam together, which annoys me very much, but it was fine in this scenario, you know what I mean? Because it was raw, which was good. Now it's supposed to be like that.
Now, just to reiterate here, he's not saying that she was not playing on time or not good.
No.
It's just human error. You will never play everything exactly 100% to the grid. So when you hear these drums that are just absolutely perfect, they were undoubtedly edited after the performance to get them lined up perfectly. So all he's saying is these were not edited.
Yeah, and also what I'm saying is when I say I don't like when the kick and snare flam, I mean I don't like when I do it. Like I purposely practice for like an hour a day just hitting the kick and the snare together so they don't flam. But it's absolutely fine if it just means it's real. In our new music we recorded, there's some flams in there because sometimes you just can't help it.
That's just part of the human performance, man.
Yeah. So anyway, try to hate on me, bitches. Anyway,
Yeah.
I covered my bases. All right.
Y'all got them. The YouTube comments got you guys so scared to just say that. Damn.
Not
y'all.
scared, confrontational. Because
Yeah.
we said it.
Yeah, they're not. The comments we made they're just opinions and things, all right?
But like, we now know from doing this for a little while that there's always gonna be that one guy who misunderstands it and says, "You think that drummer is bad? Well, let me tell you her entire career in 7 paragraphs."
Like, whoa, no, we understand.
Like, relax, dude.
She's
Like,
good.
that's
Damn,
point.
bro, I just said it was unedited. God damn. Anyway. Yeah. And I want to make one more comment about the mix. The vocals were very loud.
They
Extremely
were.
loud. Yeah, very, very loud.
They sat right on top of all of it. For sure,
Exactly.
for sure.
They were definitely on top, yes.
They were out front on top, yes, but loud, no. Now let me tell you why. This is the big thing I was going to talk about, is the mix in this thing. Because nothing is processed, nothing is taking up a crazy huge amount of space, especially the guitars. The guitars were sitting in a very controlled frequency spectrum. They weren't crazy hissy, they weren't crazy boomy on the low ends. It was nice and controlled in the middle, and you can hear that when you get the chug. When it does a specific chug, you hear a good chug and you're like, oh yeah, that's a good guitar sound. And that was a solid chug. And it was the guitar sitting on the side, the bass and the drums in the bottom, and then the cymbals kind of rounding at the top. I've talked about this like circular mix before, but then because of the nature of how quote unquote raw everything was, there was like a ton of space in the specific frequencies the vocals sit. So when the mixer put the vocals in there, he or she didn't have to cut anything. Like there was a ton of low end on her voice that you lose quite a bit of in like much more dense mixes where the low end of the voice battles with the low end of the snare and the kick drum and guitars and bass and all that other stuff, so they have to cut that away. Here they didn't have to do that, and so it's all this extra perceived volume from the low end that makes it feel so in your face, but it's also now still so warm because there's all that nice low end in there, which again makes it not blend in quite as much and makes it sit more on top like he was hearing. Also, they used a real nice quick plate verb on the voice, which is something you don't get very much lately. It's a real short reverb that makes it sound like you're standing in a metal box instead of standing in a giant cave. That's kind of the difference. Plate reverb meaning it's reverb just off a single plate instead of, yeah. Anyway, cool stuff. It's interesting. Like you don't hear much of these techniques in modern stuff. Also, did you notice on the toms when she was playing that floor tom, there was audible cymbal bleed? Did you catch that?
No, I was more listening to the notes they were playing.
That's fair too. That was cool. I heard that. You don't hear that ever because toms are normally sampled. So when they're not sampled, you get cymbal bleed when they play the toms. And anyway, it's a thing. Look it up if you don't know what that means.
Yeah, it's also
Yeah.
massive trouble when we record albums.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you want the toms up, you get a little bit more cymbal bleed, and it's just a pain in the ass.
And then, okay, what the hell was going on with this solo section, man?
I don't know, but they were choosing some wild notes.
All right, so I heard one section. It could be a couple different notes. I wasn't able to pick it out in time because they only did it like twice and then moved on. They were doing their dual guitar harmony. They were on the tonic to the 1, and then they continued their harmony as if it was in that same diatonic minor mode. The chord underneath either moved to the Dorian 6 or to the tritone. I couldn't figure out which one it was. I'm like 70% sure it's the Dorian 6, which is the major 6. And in minor, it's supposed to be the minor 6. They went to the major 6, which is why you got that like, this is wrong kind of sound from it. And then they were doing all kinds of shit with tritones and, diminished scales and things like that. And there was also some stuff in like Phrygian over the top of a natural minor thing, which is also kind of weird. So it was cool stuff. Really cool. They went out there. They tried some things and they went evil with it.
They'd go evil, that's for sure.
All right. Thank you guys for watching another one of our Sweet Clarity reaction videos where we react to songs that you put in our comment box. Make sure you tell us what you want to hear because we want to react to it. Make sure you also check out our Instagram and Facebook where we put all of our fun stuff and show announcements and updates. Stream our music. Stream it. You can find it on Apple Music or Spotify.
Spotify.
Woo-hoo. Just
The
stream it.
links are down below.
Support some musicians. We have Patreons. Patreons are the lifeblood of this band. Deadass, deadass.
Hey, I want to thank all our patrons for being really cool people and really supporting us because we all just feel really bad about ourselves. So big shout out to Bryant Cure Coffee, Jason Young, Overkill, TC, Vira, Tim Myers, Where the Children Play, Chan Weinmeister, Janice Eltz, Kat Spay, Moogle, Paul Sauber, Peter Tillin, Robert Diplock, Tony O'Leary, Dominic Gebel, Joachim Nittberg, Pedro Cicero, Randall Jones, Rob, Sith Spit, Stephen Bucchieri, Thorsten Teckenberg, Axie, Damien, Deepak Singh, Nikki Mirieski, Alan Johnstone, Frederic Bergeron, Joachim Rinkfist, Kerr Smush, Macy Zarnek, Ninja Gustafson, and Rivka Gamble. Thanks, guys. Yeah, they're called patrons.
I like to call them Patreons.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
suck it.
Okay, I'll have to change my outro then to match.
You don't have to change shit. Why do you
I'm
worry
changing
so
it.
much? It's fine. And
Continuity.
just, enjoy a little bit of spice in your life, vanilla, okay?
Yeah, vanilla with a waffle cone. Also,
Go
go to
check
our
out
main channel.
Our main
Yeah.
channel, SUITE Clarity. That's where we put
Yeah.
our balls in our mouth, and you get to watch it.
Yeah.
Wait, I like my ice cream in a bowl.
Yeah, of course. With the spoon. All right.
Yeah.
Adios.
That was uncalled for.